that. So just tell me a little about yourself. Like, why did you initially get into streaming? Who did you used to watch, and what motivated you to start, just in general?
Yeah, so Nick Merckx, I know, big popular name. He was who I
Yeah.
originally watched. I'd watch him nonstop. I just loved how much fun like him and Tim and Cloaksy and all them had playing Warzone.
Hmm.
So I wanted to make the switch from console to PC. So in January, I bought an NZXT PC and I was like, why not try it? I didn't think I'd have very much success. I was just kind of like, whatever. I'm already gaming all the time anyway, so I might as well try streaming.
Yeah,
And
100%.
of course, there's the monetary incentive as well. Like potentially you can make money off of it by getting subs and stuff. And but mainly I just did it to start meeting people and have more people to game with and things like that. But yeah, Nick Merckx was the one that I watched the most that kind of really pushed me to want to stream.
Yeah, that's actually super cool. I really like Nick. Nick was probably one of my favorite streamers for a long time. Like,
Yeah.
he's a great personality. You
Yeah.
know, he's
He's
a great dude. So like, where are you at, like, in just your streaming and everything else? Like, do you have, or what I should ask, I guess, is like, what's your full-time job, if you're okay with like talking about that, and like, what do you usually do?
Yeah, I do like EMT type stuff full time. So
Okay.
I'm working a lot full time. So I stream on my 3 off days. So usually Sunday, Monday, Tuesday is when I'm streaming. And
Hmm.
then those days that I'm working, I usually just try to either watch like my buddies that are smaller streamers, or if I have time to watch Nick, I'll watch him or a few other like Warzone content creators. And I also love watching like the big Warzone tournaments too. I always
Yeah, the tournaments
tune into
are the
those.
best. It's
Yeah.
because they get so intense, and like, you just like, it's so many good players playing against each other. It's just fun to like see how everything turns out, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I love like the tourney atmosphere and stuff like that. I think this week there's actually like a bunch of them.
Y-
There was one today, but I'm not sure if it's even still going on or who's winning right now. But yeah. Um, so what do you want? So I know you said you didn't really start looking for anything other than like really just enjoying yourself and making friends. But do you, now that you're in the position where you actually have some viewers and stuff like that, do you think that, like, do you have any goals for where you want to go towards, or where you want to look forward to towards your content creation?
Yeah, I mean the thing I always said I thought would be the most like coolest thing to me is if I could get like every time when I go live, if I could just have like 10 viewers like consistently like in the chat. Like I don't even really care about the subs and all that. It's fun when you're playing something because I'll play some RPG games too. But when you
Hmm.
have like a solid like 10 people in there, like in the chats just flowing throughout, that to me is the most like enjoyable thing about streaming because like
Yeah.
I said, I'd be sitting there just playing games at home by myself anyway. So it's like if I have that interaction, it's just that much better. So like goal of mine is just to get like a consistent like 10 viewers that are kind of in my stream at all times, like the entire time from kind of start to finish of
Yeah,
the
just
stream.
like a consistent set of people that you can like talk to and kind of vibe out with. I
Yeah.
100% agree. That's probably, I mean, that's what makes streaming fun, right?
Yeah.
It's just like you're sitting there playing and you get to enjoy your time with everybody that's with you in your community, and just hanging out. What's good, Buffalo? What's up, Lost? Mason, how are we doing today, guys? Did you figure out the 20-second rifle? If not, have you gotten it yet? I have no clue what you're talking about, Lost. We'll talk about that later, though. What? By the way, what other games do you play other than Warzone? Like you said, mentioned a few RPG games. What do you
Yeah.
usually do?
I'm a huge Skyrim's my favorite game of all time. So
Okay.
I was big on Skyrim when I first started streaming, and I would say Skyrim is a big reason I hit affiliate because I think they have I kind of looked for games that have like 1,000 viewers. So if people are searching Twitch and they're searching like, every person that's streaming that game, they can actually find my channel. I feel like Warzone, that's kind of an issue when you're a smaller streamer.
Yeah,
So
100%.
I started with Skyrim, and that's where I met some of my like closest like friends on Twitch, and they helped me hit affiliate because they'd always be in my stream and stuff. So that was a big game for me. I still stream Skyrim now. I played Valheim for a little bit, if you've heard of that.
I have, yeah.
Like a survival Viking type game. I've streamed FIFA, so I'll play sports games too. Not as heavily though, but I've considered FIFA and even like PGA Tour to 2021. I've thought about streaming.
Okay, cool, cool.
And yeah, just like I was thinking about streaming like Days Gone, which is like a zombie RPG game.
Yeah.
And I like Bethesda a lot. I like the RPG games they create. So, but as far as the first person shooter side, mainly Warzone and Call of Duty for me is the ones I stick to on that end.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, so I definitely love to play other games too. It's just like one, I'm just trying to get better at Warzone
Hmm.
just consistently. And not playing is obviously not getting you better, but I love playing like single player games. Like those are definitely like I don't know, like when I growing up like on the PlayStation 2 and like all these other games, like it wasn't online, it was just you playing with like your friends right next to you, you know, and
Yeah.
just like playing through the games. And so I really love like games like that. And obviously Warzone has like that multiplayer aspect of like playing with people and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I never really got into Skyrim.
Mm.
I know a lot of people love it, but I don't know, it never clicked for me because like big open world games like that, when there's like so many options, it actually decreases the amount I want to play the game because like
Yeah.
there's so much shit to do that I
Hmm.
feel like I want to try to do so much. So then I try to do something and then I get bored of it and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, never mind. I just can't do this.
That
So
that game can almost be overwhelming too. There's so many hours to put in. I've often found myself like starting over and with a new character because I'm like, oh, I like this. Now I want to like, try to play the game this way. And then I feel like I've started the game over like 10 times and I haven't even beat it yet.
yeah.
So I know exactly
Yeah.
what you mean by that.
Like that's literally exactly what it is. Like you just started and you're just going, and then it's just like I don't know. It's just that's just not it for me. So
Yeah.
so for Warzone right now, have you been playing a lot of it recently? And like, what do you think about the current meta?
I I like the current meta a lot. Yeah, I have been playing it a lot. I've said my favorite meta was either the Bruin or the Kilo back when that was super big, but I really like I would say the Pharah is the meta AR right now.
Yeah,
I know the C58's kind of on the come up right now, but I like it. I feel like the last couple months, minus obviously the hacker issue that everyone's aware of, but I think the guns have been really balanced and I find myself one day I jump on and I might run the Bullfrog as a secondary, and then next day I might run the Mac 10, then I might run Cold War MP5, and I think that's how the game should be. I don't think it should be everyone's running, one loadout. It just there's not much
it
like
takes away the fun and the
yeah.
variety out of the
Hmm.
game. You know, I
Yep.
actually really do like it too. It's cool because there's like two or three ARs that are actually like viable.
Hmm.
But the secondaries, like exactly what you were saying, there's so many good secondaries that like yes, the MP5 is really good close range, but the Bullfrog's good at almost any range. Like you
Hmm.
said, like it's like they bring different things to the table. Whereas like for an AR, usually you're just looking for like a long range beamer,
Hmm.
right? And if you don't want to use that, I mean that's why we have like the Car 98 and like all the different snipers and stuff like that. Which actually, I mean that's a great question to ask next is do you think sniping in Warzone's like too easy? What's good, Kygo? How are we doing today?
Um, so I don't snipe at all. I actually am a big. I joke with my buddy that I'm like they should take snipers out of Warzone. The reason I say that though, and in all seriousness, I just think like the fun of Warzone is like pushing like when you're playing trios or quads and you're like pushing teams or you're getting pushed and you're having those like legit like gun battles like and I feel like the sniper kind of it ruins the flow of the game sometimes because you can get good position on guys and then all of a sudden some dude's camping from the next structure over something and he one shots you in the head and then you're dead. I just like and obviously sniping takes skill and there's some sick crack snipers out there but I just love the aspect of running around the map slide canceling around and you're getting in like AR battles and close range like SMG battles in houses. So I'm a huge component of strictly running an AR and a sub, but that's just kind of how I see it.
No, I mean I completely understand like that point of view because I mean in my opinion I think the snipers are a little too strong for the exact reason that you're mentioning was that you can just easily get sniped when you're shooting someone from a different but like you get really good positioning to hold another team or something like that and then lo and behold there's a team half across the map that just has a sniper and manages to hit you in the head
Yeah.
and you can't do anything about it.
Hmm.
And like I feel like for that reason like the snipers in other games are either much harder to acquire, like other battle royales at least they're much harder to acquire and they're also harder to hit with, like both. Like if you, I'm not sure if you played like Apex or Fortnite, but like the bullet drop is a lot. And like you can't get the Kraber or anything like that, like these snipers, like in 5 seconds. Like you can get your loadout super easily, where compared to like where you can get any sniper on it. So I feel like the sniping should just be a little harder for that reason. But I mean, I don't think they're gonna nerf it because I think they just want people to have fun, which I also understand. But
Yeah. I will say the sniper though is the best for like clips and stuff too. So that's one
yeah,
thing that
100%.
I know that's why a lot of people will run snipers too, because they, you know, get the 6 clips with the car. But yeah, I agree. The car is a little overpowered, but it is what it is. So
I actually think the Swiss is better than the car. So I was talking about this the other day. It's really cool because the car was people's favorite sniper, and they didn't want to nerf it because when you nerf a gun that everybody loves, it causes frustration in the community. And so what they did, instead of nerfing the car that was already the best sniper in overall almost all situations, they basically took the Swiss and just buffed it a lot to make it just better than the car. The only thing that the Swiss has on its downside is the reticle is just the worst. But if you can get past the reticle being as bad as it is, the Swiss is just disgusting. It's so insane.
yeah, I feel like that's Cold War guns in general. They all have optic and reticle issues in a way. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, even in Warzone, like there was always like, until the people started actually using like the T-pose, the VLK's like default was pretty fire though. But like when Corp Combat Hollow, because like that's when the Bruin was talking, like you were talking about the Bruin, that's really came to fruition when the Bruin was in the meta, is when people first started using it.
Yeah.
And like people hated the default site. That's why everybody grinded for Blue Dot, because it was just so clean.
Yeah.
You know, there was like a lot of options, even if it was grinding. And like in Cold War, like all the new ones, they kind of just suck. So I completely understand what you mean. What's good, Oscar Dog? Hello. The podcast is with Grippy. Grippy, go ahead and say your socials really quick, and your Twitch one more time.
Yeah, Twitch, it's Grippy Gaming, so GRIPPY Gaming. It's all one word, Grippy Gaming. Same on Instagram, and then Twitter is Grippy Gaming with an underscore at the end.
Okay, cool. So what's your favorite gun to use right now, in the meta, out of the meta? I know you don't use snipers, so just what's your preferred like one gun to use, and then your preferred loadout if there's different.
Yeah, I love the Farah. I'm having fun with the Farah. A gun that though I'm actually enjoying as a secondary lot is the XM4. I don't know what it is, that I feel like the XM4 gets the best aim assist at times too. I just feel like I win a lot of gunfights with the XM4. I've been running it a couple ways too, but obviously for close range, but I've been running it with the small red dot attachment as well, or I've been
the microflex.
Yeah, or I've been running it with the iron sights. But my go-to loadout right now is definitely the Farah, and then either the XM4. I've also been running the Bullfrog a lot too. The last couple tournaments though, I ran, because I've been playing some Z League tournaments too.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I was watching you stream one when you were in one. I ran the Farah and the Mac 10, and I did really well in that tournament. But I don't know, something about the Bullfrog and the XM4 I've been liking a lot lately as my secondaries.
I love, but I mean that's actually crazy. I love the Bullfrog, and the XM4 are probably my two favorite secondaries in the game.
Yeah.
But I just the MP5 to me just feels so strong in those close range situations that I just can't get around to not use it when I'm playing like a tourney or something like that, because I just get like so competitive that I know, because I know if I die to an MP5 at that close of a range, I'm gonna be like, dude, if I was using the MP5, I would have shredded that guy, you know. So I just do it for that reason. What's up, Pluto? How we doing today? Santiago, hello. What's up, good guys? What's good, guys? How are we? What do you think? I mean, the hacker situation, I mean, you said you watch other streamers and stuff like that. I mean, it's gotten really bad in the past few weeks. I saw this thing on TikTok, not 100% sure how real it is, But basically, it said that the amount of players playing Warzone in the past 7 days has actually dropped about 20% because of the hackers, which is obviously a huge number. Um, and like the hack and the hacks are actually coming to console. So I mean, I feel like Warzone is kind of in a weird position right now where they need to figure it out or come up with something. So, what's your just thoughts on that and the whole idea?
Yeah, I think someone said something interesting to me the other day. They were like, I almost wonder if Activision is like somehow profiting from the hacker like distributors, and I was like, that's a very valid point as to why they wouldn't get rid of it. I I don't know. It's just crazy that it's been this long. I think the only way it's gonna like a true anti cheat's gonna be put in place is if they lose like the big names to like the new Halo BR, or not the BR, the multiplayer when that comes out. Like I think the big streamers have to actually, decide I'm gonna create content through another game. And I don't know if that will happen, but yeah, it's just kind of mind-boggling. I don't know what they're waiting for. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish. Like it's just very bizarre to me. But like I have noticed some streamers playing other games, it seems, but they still are mainly on Warzone. So I don't really know what the fix is. I was listening to Nick talk today though when he was streaming, and he was saying how he thinks less of the like he was calling them bots, so like the people that get on and don't play it as competitively and aren't as good. He thinks that's becoming less and less, and now it's like more hackers in general. So he was saying that his gameplay experience overall is just getting worse and worse every day to the point where it's almost unplayable, which is sad, honestly. But
Yeah, I mean, well, that's a big thing about it. Like when you're not bringing in new people, and the game is just, to be honest, it's very stale. They
mm,
don't add like snow like during the winter time. They don't add like little things like that, like it being Christmas and putting up freaking Christmas lights or something, or like holiday lights for like whatever. Not to be like any towards any religion, but like just doing things like that would be lit,
mm-hmm.
and they've just never done anything like that. Like Fortnite used to do events for every holiday and stuff like that, like adding different skins in for different holidays. And I mean, they've kind of done that, but they haven't really done much of anything. And back to what you said about them being involved in the hacks, I've heard that too. And while at first, the first time I heard it, I really was like, wow, this could be real, right? Like they could be doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought to myself, I was just like, if you're a multi-billion-dollar company, you would never risk your whole industry and your whole like career and market over making a few more bucks, in my opinion. Like
Yeah,
that would be like Nick Merckx cheating, right?
yeah,
Like it'd be like, why would you ever like, even if he started getting worse at video games and wanted to like stay as high ranked or as good as he is, whatever it is, like there would be no reason for him, because he would just create content about himself more, like Tim and stuff like that. Where like, why would you ever cheat to try to act like you're better than you are when you could literally, because if people found out Nick was cheating, like I mean his whole life would be not ruined, but the amount of viewers, like his whole aspect would just be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, maybe Activision's doing it. I mean, the hackers are just out of control, and Nick's probably right. More people are just quitting the game because they realize there's more hackers, and casual players aren't playing anymore because quarantine is ending, and life's just kind of changing. So I mean, I 100% see both sides of where everything is going. I love battle royales. I wanted a 20 Battlefield 2024, I think is the game. I wanted them to come out with a BR. They weren't. I wanted Halo to come out with a VR, and they're
yeah,
not.
yeah.
So it's like, man, I don't know. I'm about to start playing Fortnite again or
I
something.
know.
I don't even know, dude.
Going back to what you were saying too, the only good holiday event I think they had was the Halloween one, because the
That
zombies
was
was lit,
it
and
was
they
so fun.
had yeah, and they had the all the skins. They had the Saw skin and the I forget the Doctor, whatever his name is, and a few others. And they changed the map, and then they just never you know followed through with that. So I completely agree. And I played Fortnite for a short while, and I will say like Fortnite has proven over time like it's still around, it's still hugely popular. Like I was just watching Nick stream, he's playing a Cash Cup tournament right now on Fortnite, and it's like the thing they do really well is they like every time I see like Cypher PK like tweeting about like, oh, there's a new Fortnite event, it's like I almost want to watch because they always have good in-season events. And I don't get like another big complaint was that Warzone won't change the map, and they finally did, and they honestly didn't really change it. They just like changed the color of everything, which kind of helped. I mean, they added factory and a few other places, but what I always said they should do is like, for instance, take Summit, what's now Summit, and do an in-season event and change Summit to like raid, like pick an old Call of Duty map and like switch
That would be
Summit.
lit.
Yeah, and just keep adding new Call of Duty maps like throughout Verdansk, and like that would be your in-season event. That would keep people happy as far as changing the maps around. But
Yeah, that would actually be, I mean, a great idea just to like have some of those maps, because you get that, like, even if they're like old Modern Warfare maps or whatever, you get that nostalgia feeling, you know,
yeah,
like people would just literally land there just to see it
hmm
and stuff like that. So I definitely think that would be, yeah, I that was a great example. The Halloween event was probably one of the best events ever that Warzone ever had, because the zombies mode was so fun. The fact that you could just fight, come back to live, and just keep like fighting again. Um, it was just a great feeling. The game was in a good spot too. Like quarantine was in its prime, and I feel like they haven't done much with it. It's been really sad. So are you interested in playing like the new Halo games, or do you think you'll switch off of Warzone to like maybe Skyrim or something else in the future? Or do you have any idea about that or no?
yeah. I've weirdly, I don't know why, I've been had the urge to. I've been watching people stream like Formula One, the racing game, and like they have the racing simulators. I think that looks like a blast. I've considered that. Um, and there's a new Formula One game that's about to come out. But other than that, I definitely will give Halo a shot. I was bigger into Call of Duty, but I can remember like when I was little playing like OG Halo 1 and playing like Blood Gulch and stuff with my brother and his friends. So like I am excited for Halo to come out. I wish they had a battle royale, but I do think like true Halo is multiplayer. So like I still think that's going to be a blast, and I'm excited to check that out. Other than that, just a few like RPGs. I don't know if you're a Harry Potter fan, but there's a Harry Potter RPG coming out next year that I'm excited for that one. So those are the games that I kind of have on my radar for the future to try out.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Ryan said hacks are coming to console. Yeah, they are. They are. Um, so yeah, basically, it's like I don't know what I want to do, like, because I might switch back to Fortnite, and like you said, I mean, multiplayers is Halo's like bread and butter. And I mean that's how it was for COD. You know, Warzone basically killed competitive COD in all respects. You know, people uh, like people don't even watch multiplayer like Cold War or anything. They just really focus on Warzone because it's just the most popular thing right now. I don't even think the numbers come close to Warzone for regular COD, and I guess maybe a lot of other games don't want to like do the same thing that Warzone did and ruin their like fan base over it. Which I completely understand, you know. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna try out Halo. Halo's always been one of my like favorite games for a long time. It's always been pretty solid. And I mean I'm just hoping for something I can fall in love with again. You know,
Yeah,
is really the biggest thing.
I agree with what you're saying too, because like my big thing, I always loved playing Search and Destroy. I'd always play hardcore. I just enjoyed hardcore, and sadly, like I bought Cold War like just so I would be able to level guns up to play Warzone. And now you can level guns up playing Plunder, and it's honestly a better way. And I think you
It's
level
much
guns
faster.
quicker. Yeah, so it's like I don't even sadly touch like Cold War, and that's like the newest Call of Duty game. And like you said, no one plays it really. No one streams it. It's very rare to see people streaming
Yeah,
it or playing it.
I literally I got Dark Matter on Cold War, and I never played it again. You know,
Yeah.
like, and to be honest with you, I actually think Cold War is better than Modern Warfare. The multiplayer itself, like, I think the multiplayer in Modern Warfare was just ass. Like the map sucked. The spawns were the worst spawns of any Call of Duty I've ever
Yeah.
played. The maps, like none of them were 3 lanes. They were all so confusing. You're always getting shot in the back or from weird corners and stuff like that. I just didn't love it. I know other people would disagree, but the mechanics were there. Like the slide canceling, the bunny hopping, like the game mechanics were fire. That's why I think Warzone's so fun. Is
Yeah.
because like the game mechanics in the base game were so good that like when you had a huge map and like you could see the skill difference between like a bad player and a good player. It wasn't just like, oh, like I can position properly and stuff like that. It was like, oh, out position you, out move you, out aim you. Like there's so many more aspects to the game that I think were really cool about Modern Warfare 2. So I can't
Yeah.
knock it for that.
I don't enjoy the movement of Cold War at all. Also,
Yeah,
on
I
the
don't think it's very good either.
on the topic of dark matter, I saw there's a new thing where some Nick was the one that posted about it, that there you can unlock dark matter for all of your guns now. There's like a new hack or glitch is the newest
Yeah.
thing that I heard about.
You can get it on your Modern Warfare guns.
Yeah,
You
is that
can,
what it is? Okay.
yeah, you can get it on your Modern Warfare guns, and you don't even have to do it. I literally just saw this Mutex, if you know who that is, was in a game, and randomly unlocked every single camo for Dark Matter, and was at level 1000
That's
on
what
stream, and
Yeah,
he didn't
that's
do
what I
anything, and it just
saw.
randomly happened. How are people able to go into these game files and change all of these things? Like, this
Yeah.
is literally unbelievable. I saw another thing where Tommy was getting dev errored by a hacker. Like, in what other game have you ever heard of something? People camp under the map inside of buildings.
Yeah.
Like, this does not happen in any other game other than Warzone.
Yeah.
It's
I would be
just-
worried about my bank accounts and stuff if I were them. If people were able to like get into my Call of Duty like that and dev error me, that would be my biggest my
It's-
concern.
It's unbelievable. I've even heard like people get their accounts hacked all the time. Like, how was there this little security for your game? Like, why are you not protecting your consumers? You know,
Yeah.
and your player base. That's why I feel like everybody's freaking leaving. No one won't even, dude. Apex was literally hacked. Their whole game modes and stuff were hacked for like weeks or something, and everybody's saying not to play it. And I'm sure people are playing that game just as much as they are Warzone. And it's like, it's just unbelievable that they aren't fixing the game. Like, I even saw something in Nakatomi Tower in downtown that you can like go into the walls. It's a new like thing where you can take the motorcycle like up the stairs past like a blockade that you're not supposed to go past, but the motorcycle gives you enough speed to go up it.
Huh.
It's just like, I don't know, man. There's too many problems with the game right now, man.
That would make sense because I saw someone driving a motorcycle up the staircase when I was playing the other day. But that is
that's
that is
probably
very
what they were.
bizarre.
That's probably what they were trying to do.
Yeah. So that's it's crazy. It's like every update too, when they're trying to fix something, it's like the updates produce more issues somehow. I don't understand how that happens either.
And it's unbelievable. Like, I was actually thinking this, like, imagine, like we were saying, or there's like a theory that people are, that Activision is working with the hacker companies, right? What if Activision is literally creating glitches in the game purposely,
Yeah.
so players who are not as good and like can just go in and have fun and like literally use these exploits?
It's almost like the bad publicity is better than no publicity. It's like every update, people are talking about Warzone because they're like, "Oh, did you see the newest place in the map you can get stuck, or the newest, glitch you can hiding in loadouts?" I remember when that was a thing, you could become invisible from the loadout.
Oh
Things like
man,
that.
when you can go invisible and on the helis you could become invisible. There
Yeah.
was like, I mean, there were so many invisible glitches, so many you don't die to the gas glitches. Like, man, this game, like, now thinking back, like, the more I think about it, I'm just like, damn, there was a lot of shit that happened to this
There
game. Like,
was.
even in other games, like, I've never had anything be nearly as bad as this game has been, actually, and It's actually crazy. What's up, Kygo? What's up, Anthony? How are we doing today, guys? Your birthday's tomorrow. Happy early birthday, Kygo. Um, but yeah, that's really all the questions I have for you today. Do you want to run a few games and see what's up, or are you busy?
I can't write it this second, but I am gonna be jumping on here in about an hour or two. My day got a little backed up when I decided to lock my keys in my car, like I was telling you
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah,
So it's been one of
yeah.
those. But
Okay.
I'll gladly shoot you my Activision. I'd be down to run some games here in the future. I will be streaming tonight though, so I'll definitely be on.
Okay, yeah. Let me know. I think I'm running some Z League tourneys
Okay.
tonight. But if tomorrow you're down, we
Yeah.
can 100% get some games in tomorrow if you want to run it.
Yeah. I'll be off tomorrow, so I'll be streaming tomorrow for sure.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. It
So
was nice to meet you, my man. And just great to get to know you. I can't wait to like talk even more in the future and stuff like that. Really quickly, drop your socials one more time,
yeah.
um,
It,
and we'll wrap up here.
Yeah, on Twitch it's Grippy Gaming. So Grippy is Grippy Gaming, all one word, Grippy Gaming. Same on Instagram, and then Twitter is Grippy Gaming with an underscore at the end. I have a YouTube, but I don't really use it use it that much. Twitter is my main thing, and then obviously streaming on Twitch. So
All right.
where you can find
It
me.
was nice to meet you, my man. Thank you for
Yeah,
coming and hanging out, and I'll see you in the future. All right.
yeah, man, this was fun. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course.
All right, take care.